Welcome to this special edition of the World Trade Webcast. Today on the World Trade Webcast, we're featuring Global Action Nepal, which is online at nepalaction.global, part of the new .global top-level domain. Our guest today is Chris Sowton, Executive Director of Global Action Nepal. Hey Chris, welcome to our digital studio.
Thanks, Greg. Good to be here.
Well, we're glad to have you. Global Action Nepal is a non-profit organization working in Nepal to help develop its education system and implement social change. Global Action Nepal is focused on improving the quality of education and providing basic health care for children in the country. Chris, can you give us a quick recap of your involvement in the recent earthquake relief efforts?
So with schools in Nepal, we've been working very closely with them on rebuilding the schools as best we can. We've also been working with communities to help them rebuild their houses in a safe and sustainable way. And we've also been trying to help communities, children in particular, deal with some of the psychological effects of the earthquakes as well through training and support there. The very sad thing is that the work that we were doing even before the earthquakes was very, very important. The earthquakes have set back that work a lot, and what we're trying to do is, at the same time as dealing with the immediate aftermath of the earthquakes, is to get back to that other more sustainable long-term development as well, because that's needed now more than ever.
And let's talk a little bit about how establishing an internet presence within the .global ecosystem helps Global Action Nepal with its visibility with partners and potential supporters.
I mean, the reason why initially we went with a .global name was because of our name, Global Action Nepal. We've been called Global Action Nepal because we wanted to give a sort of sense of the scope of what we were trying to achieve, to bring together people from all over the world to help Nepal. After the earthquakes happened, our website was a very important way of communicating to our sponsors and to our donors about what we were doing. We didn't have a lot of time to talk to people individually, so we put up, we had an ongoing blog where we would update on a regular basis the work that we were doing, how people could help, and that's something that really helped us during those initial weeks after the earthquakes where everything was a little bit chaotic.
So clearly you must have some experience then with getting a sense for whether people are prepared to embrace websites that don't end in .com or .org. What's your experience been so far?
I think sometimes we've talked to people about our name and they sometimes seem a little bit surprised by the sort of the .global suffix at the end of it. But once we kind of talk to them about it, and once they understand that it's a reputable name and so on, then they tend to go along with it. We've had pretty good numbers coming through, and people without any really advertising or anything like that. So certainly from our side, it's been really, really good.
Excellent. So if people want to contribute either time, energy, or financial resources, can they contact you directly from the website?
Absolutely, yeah. They go to the homepage there and it's all very clear about how people can donate or how people can support in other ways. They can just contact us and we'll come straight back to them.
Terrific. Thanks, Chris, and thanks so much for your efforts.
Thank you, Greg. Thanks. Good to be here with you.
For more information about the .global domain registry, visit go.global.